Hey everybody, this is Will from Table the Game, and today I am bringing the stuff that showed up in the mail the other day. This is from Awaken Realms. I had, of course, bought some stuff on GameFound, and it showed up. I've been looking for this for a long time. Now, this game right here, this is Castles of Burgundy Special Edition. This did not come in this package. So this game I bought about a year ago. I had never played Castles of Burgundy before, and when it came, I fell in love with it. The production value was awesome. The game itself is a classic. I couldn't believe I hadn't played it before, and so I'm just so thankful that I got this game to the table. This was one of my favorite games of 2024, my new to me games from 2024. Now, when I had bought this originally, I had not started my YouTube channel, and so when it came, I was doing all these giveaways, and I was like, man, that would have been so awesome if I had something, but I didn't. So here we are. They came out with a second printing, and when they did that, I was like, okay, great, I'm gonna do something. So we're gonna get into that in a minute, but first of all, I wanted to go over some of the stuff that it did come with, and then I'm gonna go, I'll kind of go over a little bit about the game, some stuff. I'll show you some stuff about the game. Okay, all right, here we go. So the first thing was a play mat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unravel this, and then I may put the camera up high to look at it. I don't know. Let's see. Now, alrighty, take a look at this. So this replaces the board. Let's see here. All right, this is the standard 3 to 4 player version. This being the 2 player version right here. Alrighty, this is the terrain pack right here. One thing I really liked about this first special edition was the castles. So in the castles, those were miniatures, and so having the terrain pack for, I think, all the different buildings and things are really cool. So here's some cutouts here, and let's just take a look. All right, so here is some of the buildings. Here's the monasteries here. All right, the ships. This is pretty cool. You got the animals, the sheep. I'm sorry, these are the goats. Sheep. And the cows there. Now here is what I got you guys. Special edition game. This is awesome. This is a copy for one of you guys. Let's get down on the table and let's check it out. All right, guys, I wanted to go over a few things about the game, some of the components, some of the actions you may take on your turn. So let's get into it. So number one, there are 2 sides to a game board. There's a 3 to 4 player side and a 2 player side. Now in each game of Castles of Burgundy, there are 5 phases. You put the phase goods here, and then every phase has 5 rounds. You place them out face up in this location. Place your bonus tiles here. There are 2 bonuses per color. Now your victory point markers go between the 100 and the number 1. Now turn order is going to change throughout the game, but to start off, you're just going to roll the white die, and whoever has the highest number is going to go first. Place your marker on the turn order track, and this will help you keep track of everything as the game goes on. Now you're going to randomly place your hex tiles around the board, but they are color coded, so that's going to help you out. Now there's 2 types of hex tiles. Now one type, their abilities never change, they're all the same. So those are your mines, you have your ships. You want to place these all around the board somewhere, and you also have your castles. Now the castles have different looks and different types of castles, but they all have the exact same powers. Now the other type of hex tiles are hex tiles that change depending on the actual tile that you pull out. Those are going to be randomly placed, and they're in a bag. So the first one are the animal tiles. They come in a green bag, and there's green locations around the board. Here is your yellow bag. These hold the monasteries. We're going to go over their abilities in a little bit. Now you have your tan bag. These hold all the buildings. Now, as far as I know, there are more buildings than any of the other tiles. And you're going to place those out as well. Now, in the middle of the board is your central black depot. Now, the difference is these have all the different types of hex tiles except for the castles. And you're going to randomly pick those out. And so there's going to be a mixture out there at the beginning of every phase. All right, guys, let's dig into this game. So if you are the first player, you're going to roll the white die. And if you remember at the beginning of the game, we set out for every round, we put out goods on that. That's kind of like a tracker. Now you're going to place one of the goods onto the matching depot of the number you just rolled. Now on your turn, you actually get to go twice. You have 4 possible actions, and you can actually do 2 different actions, or you can do 2 of the same action. So you're going to take your dice, you're going to roll them, and that's what you're going to utilize to play. Now the first thing you can do is you can choose a tile from the main board. So you can pick a matching number of your dice and grab one of those tiles. Now you cannot just place it on your duchy, but there's a key location on your duchy. There's 3 spots that you have to place the hex tiles there first. Now you cannot place more than 3 there, so you have to play them on your duchy before you can add more. So that leads me to the second action, and that is placing a hex tile onto your duchy. Now there's a few rules you need to be concerned about. Number 1 is you have to have a matching number from your dice. Number 2, your hex tile has to touch another hex tile on your board. Now you start the game off with 1 castle, so that's how you begin. And then number 3, of course, it has to match the color. The hex tile color has to match. All right, guys, now the third action that you have is selling goods. So you have to sell, if you do sell goods, you have to sell 1 full stack, no matter how many they are, and you're going to get coins, and you're also going to get victory points when you do that. And the last and final action that you have is you can gain workers. So to me, this is really awesome, is when you do this, you get 2 workers. Now, workers are really important. And before this game, this was one of my first dice games I ever played. And before this, I really didn't think I liked dice, but this really helped me to fall in love with it. And here's why, is you can mitigate your dice rolls with workers. So a worker can move your dice -1 or +1, and you can use as many workers as you have available. Now the last thing you can do on your turn is you can actually purchase a tile from the central black depot. It takes 1 silver coin, and this is an extra action that you have. And it doesn't take any dice or anything like that, but you just play the coin, and then you can grab one of the tiles and place it in your key location. So I want to take some time to go over what I really like about Castles of Burgundy. So number 1 is I just went over a big portion of the rules. There's not a whole lot other than that. And so this game is fairly simple to learn, and there's not a lot of overhead, but it's so deep. What you're about to find out is we're going to go over some of the hex tiles and how they changed the game a little bit. But so making a decision isn't a big deal. There's very few decisions to make. But what I love about it is after you make the decision, the consequences of those are very impactful. So let's go over what these hex tiles do. So the first one we're going to go over are the buildings. So each building has a different type of effects. So once you place them, they're immediate. You get them right away, and each building gives you a different effect. So it's really powerful. The next one are the ships. Now the ships do not change. Every ship does the same thing, and there's 2 things you get. Number 1 is those goods you're placing around all the depots, and they start to add up over time. When you play a ship on your duchy, you get to go to one of the depots and grab all the goods out and place them on the board. That's going to help you gain silver coins. It's going to help you get victory points. The second thing that it does for you, it allows you to move up the turn order track. So this is really powerful because you want to be number 1. You want to be the first player to roll, and that gives you more choices. So the ships really help you out. The third hex tile, we're going to go over the monasteries. I really like monasteries because they do 1 of 2 things. One is they will change a rule for you and only you for the rest of the game, or they're going to change like in-game scoring at the end of the game. But I really like the effect of the monasteries. Now mines are a lot like ships. They don't change. Every mine does the same thing. And it gives you a coin, a silver coin at the end of each phase. So it really adds up over time. Now you got your castles. Now castles are cool because when you play a castle, you get an extra turn. And it's just like having another dice, and it's like 1 through 6. You get to choose exactly what you do. Really powerful, really cool. And the last hex tile is the animal hex tiles. Now these give you immediate victory points. And the really cool thing about these guys is they have a combining effect, so you can get extra points. So every animal hex tile has a certain amount of animals on them, and that's how you score your points. So let me show you right here. On your turn, let's say you place an animal hex tile. In this situation, you're going to gain 2 victory points. Now the next time you place a connected animal hex tile, you're going to combine it all together. And so in this scenario, you're going to get 4 victory points. And as you connect them, you're going to continue to add those up. So those are all the hex tiles. So let's go over a couple things that I really like about this game. So number 1 is the turn order track. So I haven't played a lot of games where you change the order of turns. I know Brass does it, but what I really like about it is you're not guaranteed to go first, and you're also not going to just go in a circle. So it makes people really pay attention, and you really have to focus because you want to be the first player. Now the other thing that I've already mentioned is the workers. The fact that you can mitigate your dice rolls with the workers is, to me, is just really cool. Like, I wouldn't like this game if I didn't have that. All right, there you go. This was Castles of Burgundy Special Edition. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, head over there. You'll find the video. Follow me, follow the rules on that giveaway as well. Good luck, and remember, let me know, what is your favorite modern board game? Let me know about it. Let me know anything you want, mechanics, how often you play, whatever you want. And I want to thank everybody for watching. Good luck. Can't wait to see who wins, and have a wonderful day.